So hi everybody, thank you so much for joining in this 10 a.m. session. And the reason why I've started these sessions is because I've realized one is I've got so much that I need to offload, in the sense that of course, network marketing, our forever business, is an industry on its own, is a business that no one has ever done before. And so when you join in, even if you have got your own knowledge, you are whoever in your job, in your other businesses, this becomes a new thing. And so there's so much knowledge that we need to share with each other. And of course, I've over 10 years of experience. So for those people that have just joined our team, my name's Veronica Kundia, and I am privileged to be the founder of Team Unstoppable and the leader of Team Unstoppable. And right now our business is growing so very fast. Our team is growing so very fast. And so there's a need to make sure that we're having as many trainings as possible. In fact, last night, when I was thinking of, this meeting today and what I'm going to share, then I was like, is there anything like doing a lot of trainings? I mean, guys, have you seen what I've posted in the group yesterday about what we're going to have? Yesterday, we had a session. Of course, now we're having this session in the evening. We're going to have product session by Tangi. Tomorrow we are having a afternoon lunch hour session, which we usually have twice in a week. So we're going to have another one. We're going to have one at 1 p.m. And then in the evening, I'm going to do another training, but on the WhatsApp group, in our global WhatsApp group for new members. That is a new distributor orientation. On Thursday, we're going to have a supervisor training for supervisors and above. On Friday, we're going to have a 1 hour afternoon session in the afternoon for the prospects business session. In the evening, on Friday, do we have anything? Let me remember. I'm not sure. And then on Saturday, everybody is supposed to have their own business presentation, product launches, one-to-ones, group meetings, and I've named it Weekend Extravaganza. Make sure that you're having something going on. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a business presentation as usual that we have. So I don't know if it's a lot. Guys, do you think it's a lot? Can you just chat in and tell me if it's a lot? Because that is our new training. That's our new timetable for training. Yeah, can you just type in, what do you think about that? Because I'm not very, very sure. But of course, we are too many, and it's not like every day you'll be attending, because sometimes, like today we are 34 of us, and the group has got over 1,200 plus the other group that we have opened, and so I don't know, tell me, do you think it's too much? Do you think we should slow down? But for me, I think every time that I get an opportunity, and every time I get a leader that is able to share the experience and to share the knowledge, I think it's good, so that we can be able to know, okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's fine with me. Constante is saying no. It's not a lot for the wildest goal we are going after. Yeah, it's not too much. Okay, so that's good, because okay, think it's great. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna have that, and anytime you feel like it's too much, you can always catch up with the recordings. Okay, but obviously what you need to make sure that you're doing is making sure that you're inviting and using all the opportunities to share this business opportunity with people. So the business presentations, in fact, we need to have a lot more than what we already have. But of course, we are leaving the space for you to be able to organize your own, okay? And so I know we have got a good number of people joining in the business so far. And so the knowledge is very, very, very much needed. Now, today I'm going to share with you about follow-up, how to do an effective follow-up, because we have just closed, not just, but we closed the month. And usually when we are closing the month, we do follow-ups. We're asking people if they're going to join. Some people don't turn up. And so we leave them again until end of next month, the following month, while, if we could be able to follow up them now, we could have people join the business. We do have people that have already joined the business this week. You understand? And so follow-up is something I'm going to share with you. But before we go there, let me take you back to where we were yesterday. Guys, the reason why I couldn't sleep yesterday is because, guys, you have seen people doing 200 cc's, and me, I'm here and I'm planning for 100, which is still a lot. I mean, in the world of forever, guys, 60, 60, 75, 100, which we are doing is still, a lot. Most people don't do that. But you know, if people are doing 200, people are doing 300, that means this is the right time. You know, that means if you're there and you're just new in the business, I want you to think bigger. If you're there and you've been in the business for some time, maybe the reason why we are not moving as fast is because we are thinking too small. You know, like I know there's 4cc, there's 5cc. And of course, if you're alone in the business, that should be the goal, you know. But then we should know that we are in a networking business, network marketing business. And so what you do is you just need to make sure that you're duplicating that to another person. Okay. So, and remember, there's a lady that did 386. For me, this is the reason why I said this week I'm boarding a flight. I'm going to Durban because there will be a masterclass, and this woman will be talking. You know what's amazing, and that's the reason I'm sharing now, is because this lady, sometime last year, time like this lady was not even doing about 12 case credits. You know, when you're a manager, there's what we call leadership, okay? Leadership CCs. And when you're a manager, you're not supposed to go below 12 case credits. You and your whole team of people that are not managers, guys. I don't mean yourself like the way you're doing 4C. You know, 4CC is your own CCs, like new people that you have personally recruited, or CC that you have done yourself in your name. That is 4CC, 5CC. Or when you see as recognizing active CCs, that is what we mean. But when you become a manager, it's not that. 12cc is from everybody who is in your team that are not managers. And forever says you just need to do 12 for you to get paid. You understand? But of course, the bonus will not be, you know, that's why we say our bonuses are paid according to the efforts you're putting in. So if your team is only doing 12, obviously the money is not enough. But you know, that will give you the bonus anyways. But if you don't do it, it's like 4cc when you're a supervisor. If you're a supervisor and you're not doing your 4cc, if you're a staff manager, you're not doing your 4cc. If you're a manager also and above, anybody above supervisor, if you're not doing your 4cc, forever is not paying you bonus from your team, you know. Now this lady, guys, last year time like this, she was doing about 12 cc's of these 386 she's doing now. Guys, can you see that? Can you see how crazy that is? Mariana is saying they were in the same group, and you know, they met, had an opportunity to sit. She's saying, yeah, December 2013, this lady, December, it means just about just about 6 months ago, this lady did 19 cc's of this 386. Guys, do you see how crazy that is? Do you see how crazy that is? Meaning your business can take a 360 angle, you know, change, turn. Meaning today you can be new in the business now, but if you think straight, if you think that you can, if you believe in yourself, if you believe in the leadership, if you believe in what we do, if you are ready to learn, guys, this business can surprise you, and you can surprise yourself. You can surprise the world. Because now if someone was doing 19, guys, and today she's doing 386, and imagine, you know, it's not doing this month. She has done, this is the 4th month of doing over 300 cc's. So she's not doing it by chance. No, it means, and one thing that I realized yesterday, actually, I forgot to put that slide now. If you look at these people that were super achievers yesterday, they're also on the top recruiters list. Okay, the top recruiter last month recruited over 20 people. That means she did over 40 case credits on recruitment alone. What does that tell you? That tells you that if you position yourself on social media, if you position yourself on your status and your WhatsApp, if you position yourself with people that are looking up to you in church, in your, you know, with your relatives, with your friends, if you position yourself, you show people that you're excited, then people will join you. Then right now, everybody is looking for an opportunity, guys. Right now, everybody is looking for your opportunity. Yes, don't limit yourself. You know, like, you can be new. One thing I always tell people is that when you're new, don't ever think that I'm new in the business. No, don't ever think. Guys, these trainings that I'm doing right now, we have been doing with other leaders in the team. They're all in my YouTube channel, where you can go and get all the trainings that you need. You can have a training today of the new people. We call it a new distributor orientation, and you can know exactly what you need. Write a list of names, prepare your story. If you don't, then go to your manager and tell them, you know what, I've gone through this and I don't understand. You understand? Don't ever think that you're new, because the moment you think you're new and you think you need to be fed with information, guys, you're going to be late. But all in all, ladies and gentlemen, Team Unstoppable, we have got 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, guys, to level up. The one thing that is super crucial on this that we wanted, I keep talking, I love this slide. I mean, because I love white and gold, but I like how this feels, you know, I like how this slide is. I mean, I like it, but if we're going to level up, the one thing that these people are doing, and which I've committed into doing personally, massively, you know, massively, is recruitment. I knew, and I always know that recruitment is important. But if someone 6 months ago was doing 19cc and right now is doing 386, guys, you need, and we need, if you're new, you need to go and do absolutely everything in learning skills that will help you recruit. One of the skills is making sure that you know how to create your story, how to share your story. When I'm saying make sure that you're visible everywhere, that means you're visible into sharing your story. You know, if you're employed right now, then you need to know how to tell your story that, you know, yes, I'm employed. The money I'm getting paid, yes, but it's not enough. I go to work every single day, but not every day that I want to go. And, you know, I don't like what I do, or I like what I do, but it's just not enough. But also I'm doing it because I've got big goals. Now I was looking for an opportunity and I was scrolling through social media, or a friend of mine, however that you got an opportunity about forever, share it and then tell people that you're excited with what you're doing right now. And when you make money on your retailing, share it. Take a picture of that, you know, or take a screenshot of the deposit you have gotten. Take a picture of the money that you have in your hand that someone has paid you, and share and say that, you know, I'm excited as an employee. You know, I still be able to make an extra income because I've started a side hustle. Today, I've just made my extra $500 rands, you know, my extra 500 Namibian dollar, my extra 200,000, my extra 100,000 Tanzanian shillings. You know, share it. And then people will start getting excited. Someone will not jump right there and then. Some will jump right there and then ask you what it is. Some will want to keep on looking at what you're sharing every single day, but share everything. You're going to meet someone, share. I'm going to meet a mom that is looking forward into making an extra income. I'm going to meet my fellow students that knows that the employment is not there and they want to be able to, you know, they want to be able to start a business right now, you know, like share everything. You're using products. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm having the energy because I'm taking my aloe vera gel. You don't even have to be selling to them like, oh, you know, if you want to buy, come to me. This is my number. You don't even have to be doing that. In fact, the more you do that, the more people are going to be running away from you because people don't want to be sold. What you just need to do is you just need to share your experience. That's it. That's it. You just need to share your experience. Guys, I'm happy with this number. We are 60 of us and it's at 10 a.m. guys. Yo, this is good. We are ready to level up. I'm loving your vibe. You know, I'm loving your vibe. And so guys, the goal is to create as many supervisors. The goal is to create as many managers. The goal is to create as many ego managers. Guys, I am happy to see this number. I'm happy to see that we're hungry for success. And if you're not a supervisor in this meeting, you should be. Give yourself a month, give yourself 2 months, guys. You have seen what people are doing right now. You have seen how excited people are with the business. You have seen that the need of our business is just too much. And so let's just go out and share with as many people as possible. Are you guys excited? Are we going to supervisor? Are we going to manager? Guys, the demand of this business is just too much. And as I was saying, guys, you just need to share as many people with as many people as possible. Now, remember I was talking about your recruitment. If you're already in the business, you're a manager, you're an assistant manager, you've been in the business for 4 months, let's say 6 months and above. I need you to go to your FLP 360. If you don't have FLP 360, then go to we call it back office. Okay, this is the link. You know it, obviously, foreverliving.com. Okay, if you don't have it and you don't know it, you don't have a password and you've been in the business for some time, that means you're not serious with your life. because you need to know how to follow up on your business, okay? But otherwise, there's FLP 360, okay, that you need to be able to pay for it. FLP 360 is only, you paid only $20. That's about 300 and something Namibian dollars. That's about 48,000 Tanzanian shillings. It's not much. I need you to register yourself on FLP 360. I will ask Natasha to share with us a training on that, because she is also, Natasha is not here, but I will ask her to do a FLP 360 training for us, because she is selling and by using this website. She's building a business by using this website, but it's a very good tool for you to be able to follow up on your business. Now, I need you to go and check either on wforeverliving.com or FLP 360, FLP 360, and check your preferred, okay? I'm writing it here, preferred customer CCs, okay? Okay, these are the CCs of your new people. Okay, these are the people that have just joined your business. I need you to take a look at this number. Okay. All I'm hearing is manager. What about preferred customer? You need to become a supervisor. Okay, fast. Okay. So check your preferred customer CCs. If you've been in the business for some time, guys, I need you to track this number. This is the number showing how many people you have recruited. Okay, so if you have recruited one person in 6 months, it means it will be 2, and that's too small. If you've recruited, if the preferred customer CCs are 4, that means you've recruited about 2 people. This is too few people, and that is the reason why you're not moving up. If there is one thing that you need to do right now, is recruitment, massive recruitment. And for me, I say, anything you set your mind into doing, check your charts. Anything that you set your mind into doing, you can do it. For me, I'll say this month, give yourself a target of recruiting 2 to 4 people, depending to 5 people, depending with your ability and what you can think of, but minimum of 2 people. I'm writing everything I'm writing on the chat, guys. You can follow up on the chat. So 2 to 4, 2 or 4 or 5 people. Now, guys, anything is possible. So that is why today I'm choosing to show you how to do follow-up, okay? How to do follow-up, because I want us to make sure that we get to at least know, because I'm going to share with you, but it's not going to be enough. You will still need to go and learn on your own, right? But at least you now need to know that follow-up is a skill. Now, guys, we are so far doing amazing when it comes to recruitment. So far doing amazing, guys. I'm so very happy because last month we recruited about 120 people. 120 people joined the business, joined our team. Now, why I thought this is amazing, because yesterday Coach Oni shared that the people that joined by Combo, and most of our people joined with Combo, they were about 1,293. It means, you know, this is only Southern Africa. Of course, I understand our team is in Tanzania, in Kenya, our team is in UK, you know, our team is in Canada, our team is, you know, excluding now the Southern Africa. But what I'm saying is that the numbers that you have recruited as a team is 10% of the whole of Southern Africa. So that deserves, guys, what? Guys, that is incredible. When she said that, I was like, wow, you know, so the whole of Southern Africa, and we are doing 10% of that. That is incredible. So guys, I need everybody to congratulate yourself. And the 120 people have been recruited by about 83 members of Team Unstoppable. Now, 83 members, this is too small. You know why? Because we are over 1,200 people. You understand? So this number is still not a very big number, as much as it is 10% of what Southern Africa is doing currently. But if we're going to level up, then this number has to double, this number has to triple. So if you are here in this meeting and you have not recruited last month, I'm asking you to be one amongst the people that are going to be on the list for people that have recruited. Guys, we need to double this number. Doubling this number, it means we are looking at recruiting at least 300 people in a month. And that's a good number. And then we keep growing on that. And so recruitment has to be one of the key major things. And then the rest, like retention. And that is why I'm also, because when you're recruiting people, you don't just want to recruit. When you recruit people, you want your people to develop. And that is the reason why I am having so many trainings. I'm even having this 10 a.m. session. the reason why is because I understand that we will be having so many people joining in. And I don't want, for me, I know sometimes growth comes with a lot of excitement, people join in, and a lot of leaders cannot retain, or rather I don't have the ability. Someone can be bringing a lot of CCs. I assure you, and I've seen that a lot. So I'm excited with what is happening, but also I'm also looking at how, if we're gonna be in those numbers, then I mean, we have to be prepared, making sure that people don't just join, but people are retained, people are building the business, people are growing. Because I don't, personally, as a team leader, I don't want to just to be super recruiters, and then people are not staying in the business. People are quitting. No, that is why I said I want to make sure. Personally, I'm training, and I've asked a lot of leaders in our team to be training. So if you're a leader here and you want to participate in giving training, sharing the experiences, even if you're a supervisor, we still need you, because everybody has got their own experiences. And so we will have a lot of training, so that when you recruit, your people can be able to get what they need. They can be able to understand what to do, and you can be able to grow by also retention. But of course, our retention graph is amazing. Like we are very good at retention as well, because retention, and the one way to know how to retain, if people have joined the business, we have got 120 people, then what we need to do is making sure that most of these new people that have joined the business are actually sorry. What did I do here? Okay, are actually doing their second orders. That is what we need to do. That is how you do the retention. Okay, so we just need to. Okay, all right. So we just need to make sure that you people, if you recruited someone in the business last month, make sure that they do their second order as soon as possible, or they recruit also a new person as soon as possible. Now, can I get to know who in this meeting recruited? Who in this meeting is one amongst 83 people that are recruited? I am one of those people, and my people, some of them have already done their second order. Okay, you did. Oh, perfect. Now, if you can you write number one if you recruited someone in the business last month? Okay, write for me. Write number one there. Write number one there. Write number one there. Perfect. So guys, the job and the task we're going to have is making sure that these people are doing at least their next order within no time. That is how you retain. If someone has done their second order, after doing their combo, they do the second and the third, then you sure that those people, you are retaining them, and those people will stay in the business, and they will start learning the business now. Okay. Now of the people that we have in the business, remember I said 92 people were active. Now, this is good. This is good. I mean, comparing to so many teams, guys, we are doing amazing, but we can still do better. We definitely can do better. That is why I want us to make sure that we know the recruitment part, because recruitment is also key when it comes to being active. If you're not a super retailer, then you obviously have to be able to balance when it comes to retailing and when it comes to recruitment. Okay, that is why I'm going to share with you a bit about follow-up, and then you also need to make sure that you are learning these skills. And I will be having a session with the supervisors on Thursday, and we'll be highlighting some skills that we need to have, and we will start training you and your supervisors. Now we'll be able to know how to effectively support you. If you are not an assistant supervisor, you can also go to supervisor. But one key thing is making sure that you are active. Now, last month we had about 92 people that were active. So if you are in this meeting, guys, and you are not active, you did not do your 460 last month, guys, I need you to commit. Absolutely commit. Okay, commit and make sure that you're doing your 460. So with that, guys, I need us to put a lot of in the chat, guys, because we are doing amazing. So as much as we have seen people doing amazing in the business last month by joining yesterday's session, let me tell you guys, we are doing amazing. We are doing amazing. So please, yes, put those celebrations in there, because we are heading to the top, guys. We are one of the top teams here Incredible, incredible. And we, of course, we are very well represented by our top leaders, Mariana, Frida, Miriama, Tangi, Takatu, you know. So congratulations, Lorraine, Gwen. So congratulations, guys. Oh, by the way, we will never see my name in South Africa because I am not South African. I live in South Africa, but my forever country is not in South Africa. I've not changed my country to, I'm still Tanzanian. My country is still Tanzania. So most likely you'll never see me on stage. You'll never see me on any of this, you know, recognitions and all that, because I am not South African, so I'm not appearing in the South Africa business, okay? But we are very well represented by our amazing, amazing top leaders. You know, starting with our amazing top manager in Namibia, who is Mariana. So thank you so much, Mariana, guys. Can you please put pop for Mariana? And then 75 case credits yesterday also was also Frida, who is here. Frida November, can see she's very excited. So congratulations, leader. We really appreciate you, Frida. We had also, if we have Tia was also among, remember there were recognition for top 20 supervisors, and we were represented by Tia. So congratulations, Tia, for representing us very well. You were number 10 in the whole of Southern Africa, guys, you know. So congratulations, everybody. Yo, I mean, everybody that was recognized yesterday, 4 CC qualifiers, 5 CC qualifiers, guys, we are doing amazing. In fact, yesterday, of the people that leveled up to Ego group, there were 3 of them, and 2 of them were Team Unstoppable, guys. That is Frida and Mariana. So guys, I mean, we are taking over. So congratulations, everybody. We are celebrating everybody, but I thought we should also celebrate ourselves. Now, for us to level up, guys, there's this word that I am personally talking about all the time. If you have had a call with me, if you have had a meeting with me, if you have attended any of my meetings of late, guys, I use this word a lot, non-negotiable. I mean, this is the word that rings in my head almost all the time, non-negotiable. Like, it has really saved me a lot when it comes to leveling up in my own personal goals, because as a leader, I do have got my own personal goals, you know that, right? And I'm so excited every time that I set a goal, I add up that word, non-negotiable. I add up that word. You know why? Because how you speak to yourself and what you tell yourself, you know, matters a lot. And so for me, I don't want to write a goal or set a goal and then, you know, just for the sake of setting a goal. If you're going to set a goal of saying, I'm going to be 4 CC qualifier, you have to add another word there, non-negotiable. If you're going to say, I'm going to be 60 CC manager, club member, you have to add non-negotiable there. If you're going to say, I'm going to become a supervisor this month, then you have to add non-negotiable in front of that goal. You know why? Because, guys, it has to be non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. So I need you to embrace this word. I need you to embrace this word for real. You know, I need you to tell yourself, well, to sit down right now, because of what happened yesterday, and what is happening right now, and what you're seeing around. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to know that you can be anything that you want to be. I want you to know that whatever goal you're going to set for yourself, the demand of our business is high. The demand of our products is high. The demand to level up in every angle of people's lives is high. And so everybody right now is looking for an opportunity. You just need to tell yourself, you know what? I am going to talk about this business. I am going to level up. I am going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to achieve my goals, and it is non-negotiable. Guys, can everybody write non-negotiable in this chat here? Non-negotiable. So let that be the word that is ringing in your head as many times as possible, because what you tell yourself, there's no time, right? Guys, there's no time right now to just feel bad about yourself. I know we can be going through shit in our lives. Life can like really knock you down. Life can really knock you down. But I will tell you, if you have this non-negotiable spirit that you're not gonna quit on your goals, and you know that God is with you, guys, then it is non-negotiable. Yes, keep writing that, non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Marianne, 100cc non-negotiable. This month, my darling, I've mapped up 150cc, and for me, it is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. So now when you say non-negotiable, you don't just say non-negotiable for the sake of saying non-negotiable. You're going to say non-negotiable when it comes to your activities as well. because these goals are not gonna be achieving themselves. We need to put in the work. So non-negotiable when it comes to what we are agreeing. If you remember, I did a session on Friday, which it was a recognition, but before that, I did an amazing session and I did share that link to the group. I don't know if you got it, but I'm gonna share it again. And there I did share some scripts. I did share what we need to do, like an immediate thing to do, like writing a list of names of people, 20 names. And then I sent a script and a message that you can be able to share with your people. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Did anybody do that? I can see non-negotiable this month, supervisor, non-negotiable. Did you see that? Did you guys do that? Did you guys do that? Justina, you're going to go for assistant manager, I can see 57 CC non-negotiable. Wow, okay. Frida, 110 non-negotiable. That's nice. Okay, those are good goals. Okay, did you guys see that? Did you guys do it? So that is what I'm talking about. So when you're saying non-negotiable, I need us to, because we'll be giving you guide of what you're supposed to do. Are you going to do it? You and your team. Because then these goals will never achieve themselves if you don't do the product launches, if you don't do the one-to-ones, if you don't attend meetings, if you don't make sure that your team is attending meetings, if you don't talk to people, if you don't prospect, if you don't post on your social media, if you don't bring the energy and the excitement amongst people, amongst your people at your work area, in your church, at your house, people need to know that you have got non-negotiable goals by your attitude, by your mindset, by the positivity you bring, by being positive and by being, by being certain with and the consistency in what you do. So guys, that is where we're saying, when you're saying non-negotiable, that is what we mean. So now, quick on follow-up, okay? And the reason I thought follow-up today is because, as I said, we have got people that we have been talking to, and we probably need to know how to follow up, and we will keep on talking to more people, obviously, but I want you to know that follow up is a skill on its own. Okay, follow up is a skill on its own. Like, we have got so many skills we need to learn, and follow up is one of them. It is definitely one of them. Okay, so getting to know how you can effectively follow up. Okay, how you can effectively follow up on your people, and so that is what we're going to cover today. And follow-up is key, and I'll tell you it is key because 80% of all of your prospects convert into business partners or customers after the 5th contact. It's actually between the 5th to 12th. So it means you cannot talk to someone today and hoping that they're going to join today. And then when they say no, and some people will say no in a very bad way. Some people will blue tick you. Some people will not say nothing. Some people will, just keep watching you, but they will not even pick up your call. But does not mean that you should remove them on your mind. Does not mean that you should say, you know what, this person is ignoring me. And so, no, some people are just watching you, guys. Let me tell you, people are watching you. People are looking at you and to know if you are worth joining under. I'm telling you, I can assure you, okay? So people are looking at your positive energy. People are looking at, are you going to make it yourself fast, before you tell us? Some people will be like, let me just wait and see because you've just started. Okay, let's see how you're going to do it, okay? People are looking at, are you consistent? Are you having the vibe that I want for my life? Because now you're telling them to start a business. That is making a life choice, you understand? And so someone will not do nothing. They will blue tick you. They will not, they will even unfriend you. But it will come a time, if they see the consistency, they might join. But of course, some will never join. You should know that. That's another thing. It is not for everybody, and because you will know, and you should know that it's not for everybody, then that means you shouldn't get desperate. You understand what I mean? So the fortune, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the fortune is in the follow-up. And then there's this guy called Eric Yoir. Okay, I need you to screenshot this if you don't know him. And I need you to go on YouTube and write Eric Yoir on follow-up. There's a number of videos that he has done. And he has got amazing tips that you can be able to learn more on top of what I'm sharing with you right now. Eric Yoir. And he will be able to help you out. But there's so many other information that you can be able. Now, let me tell you, follow-up does not start after you are done with your meeting. Follow-up starts when you meet your new prospect. Now, there's where the follow-up. Now, how you communicated with that person on social media, how did that Because me, for example, when it comes to social media, first and foremost, when someone says, oh, I'm interested, the first question I'll ask is, okay, that's very nice. Congratulations. Curiosity is the beginning of everything and the beginning of success. Now tell me, what is that got you interested? I don't just go ahead and say, okay, so, I'm interested. I want to join. Oh, I'm interested. Sometimes people just say, I want to join. They don't even know what it is. You understand? And if you don't listen, then you won't know where and how, and how to make it more effective for someone to be able to join your business immediately. Because someone can say, I want to join, but they will not join immediately. But if you sit down and listen to them, then you know that I can be able to say this and that and that. Or, okay, maybe this person, sometimes we even do one-to-ones to our people, or we start sharing, or we share the video, and we don't even know what that person does. But if you know, maybe this person is a teacher, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share a story of Tangi more than any other story. When I know this person is a registered nurse, I'm going to share the story of Takat. I'm going to share the story of Mariana. I will not go and share the story of, who that is not, they will not relate. So the very first thing you should know when you are doing follow-up is that follow-up starts when you meet the prospect, whether you meet them on social media, whether you meet them, when you're walking in a mall, because sometimes I do face-to-face. Maybe you meet someone at a restaurant where you are eating and they were serving you. Remember when I was saying that do not leave any stone unturned. Guys, when someone is giving you a service, you know what you do? You're like, hey, hi, I'm loving your service. I like the way you're smiling at me. And one rule about me is when they don't smile, I don't share, because I don't want negative energy. I don't follow, as much as I know rejection is important, it builds our character, but I don't go and follow rejection. If someone is not giving me the vibe, ladies and gentlemen, I don't share my opportunity, because at the end of the day, I've got someone that is nice and someone that is loving, so at least at that particular time, they could be nice people and maybe going through a lot in their lives, and that's why they're not smiling. But still, I will not go for that rejection anyways, if at least, especially when I'm prospecting and I don't know those people. Okay, so if someone is giving you a nice service, you don't just leave that place. You don't just leave. If someone is even at the supermarket and it's just a quick one, like you just buying something and someone is serving you and you're paying there at the cashier, and the cashier is nice, you'll be like, you know what, hey, you know what, I'm loving your vibe. I mean, I like that. And I think you're going to be amazing in our business community. And right now, everybody is looking for an extra income, guys. I don't know if you're looking for it, but who knows? I mean, my heart told me to speak to you, and I know it's not by chance that we're connecting right now. So here's my business card. Guys, you need to make sure that you're always having your business card when it comes to prospecting, and a physical one. So I meet people at the mall, I meet people at the restaurant, I meet people at the shops, I meet people everywhere. And when someone is nice to me, there is where my follow-up starts, guys. There is where my follow-up starts, because how you connect with them matters. Okay, how you connect with them matters. And that will determine how you're going to do the one-to-one. Because if you, as I said, if you know what someone does, then even the one-to-one will be done in that way. For example, when you're talking to a student, I'm saying follow-up does not start after you're done with your one-to-one. It starts when you are meeting them and you are doing the one-to-one, or when you're inviting them for a Zoom or whatever, or when you're sharing the opportunity. When you're speaking to a student, will not be the same as how you're going to be speaking to someone that is having a 10 years experience in their jobs. You understand what I mean? When you're speaking to a student, you will have to connect with so many other things, and experiences of other people that are, at their level and all that. When you're speaking to someone that is making 5,000 rands a month, it's not the same as when you're speaking to someone that is already making 60,000, 100,000 rands a month. You understand? The story should be different. How you connect with them should be different. So follow up, guys, starts from when you meet them. And then when you're presenting to them, or when you're doing the session, or when you're inviting them to a Zoom. And if you know, for example, when it comes to invitation, let's say you're not doing the one-to-one for that person and you have met them and you want to invite them for a Zoom, and you know the speaker. So what you need to do is you need to know what this prospect of yours needs, okay? And then you can connect with their needs by sharing who the speaker is, for them to be able to be keen when they're listening. By the way, you are talking about, adding an extra income. The speaker that is going to share with you today, you don't just send the link. The speaker is going to share the business opportunity today is someone that has been in the business for about a year right now and has been able to add an extra income of 40,000 within 12 months. you know? And I think it's incredible. And I think that is something that everybody is looking. You don't even have to point it out to them directly that that is what you're looking for. But, you know, I think that is what everybody is looking for. And I think it's exciting. So when you're joining this meeting, as I'm sending you the link, I need you to be keen. I need you to really listen for you to not miss up a point. You understand what I mean? That is follow up, guys. Now, you can only do this if you are listening effectively. You understand? Listen to your prospects. So when you meet someone on social media, as I said, the very first question I ask is, what is it that got you interested? I will ask that question. What is that got you interested? You know why? The reason is I want to know what is it that made them say, let me text Veronica, let me text Constantia. Because if I don't ask that, then I won't know why are they there. Because people join for a number of reasons. And in your page, for example, let's talk of social media. In your page, maybe you have shared so much, you know, so you don't know what is that got them triggered to say yes. So you need to know. Maybe it's the travels. And if you don't know if it's the travels, you will talk about extra income, and extra income is, you know, is nice because they will definitely need extra income for them to travel. But then if you know it's travel, then you will have to, when you're talking about travels, you have to spend a bit more time. So you need to know. If you meet, as I said, if you meet someone, get to know. All right. But here is the right mindset for the follow-up. One is, think of what you're offering. After you've listened and you know forever, and you know what forever offers, then you need to think of what you're offering to this person according to what they need. If someone is looking for school fees, so you need to know school fees, how much is it that they're looking for? And then in the marketing plan of forever, which slide is it that you will need? And I think the next session will be on how to present, okay? Which slide that this person needs to, I need to dig deeper, you know? If they're only looking for 5,000 on their first month, then maybe you shouldn't spend too much time when it comes to manager, when it comes to leadership bonuses, where you're getting 29,000, whatever. If you have got 3 legs of managers, you know, shouldn't spend a lot of time on traveling, because yes, you should mention, but you shouldn't spend much time. You should spend much time on the retailing part, that slide of 4cc, because that is exactly what they need at that particular time. And that is what will get them excited. You understand? And so you will need to know what you're offering. You will need to know what your prospecting needs. And you need to know, when it comes to presenting, when it comes to sharing, which part I should share more. And you should also share that you really care, guys. And one way to share that you really care is when you're listening keenly, you're asking the right questions, with love, you know, and then also be able to relate your story with them, for them to know, you know, like sometimes and no, not sometimes, like you can be new in the business. Don't show yourself like, you know, because you are part of forever, then, you know, you're already there. No. One thing that really does connect with your prospects when you're talking to them, even when you're connecting prospecting, guys, is when people know that you're vulnerable. You should be vulnerable. You should share you should share also. Not, you can be having part of your story that you don't want people to know. I know that. But you should find a way to show people that, you know, even you, there's times that you are struggling. Even you, there are times that, you know, things are not okay. Even you, it's not like, you know, your life is like, you know, all glamorous and all that. You know, you understand what I mean? When you can be able to connect with and show your prospect that you're vulnerable, you know, like that you're, you know, like, you know, you understand them because you've gone through what they're going through. Guys, you will have more people join your team. You'll have more people even stay in your business, guys. You understand? Yeah. So that is one. Another thing is, I need you to know and take pride that you are the destined help of that person, that you have got gold with you. And so you should not be desperate. You understand? And so when you're sharing, for me, this statement, I mean, this mindset was shared with me, and I think I've shared it quite a number of times, that it is not for you. As much as you want them to join because you want to increase your team, but the opportunity at that particular time when you're sharing with them, it is not for you, it is for them. When you're sharing them how they can be, why they should join, it's not because you want them to go pay 6,825 rands to buy the combo. For you to make 1,600 and then another 600 to make about 2,200 when they join. That is not the reason why you're going to share. In fact, if you're going to be thinking of how much you're going to be making out of that person, you will not have the courage to keep on talking to everyone. You know why? Because every time you're doing that, because you're a good person, your mind will shut yourself because it will be thinking that you're ripping those people off. If you're not a good person, then you can't do that. Very, very okay. But for most of us, we are good people. And your mind will never allow yourself, your conscience will never allow yourself to go and rip up someone else. But if you will be thinking when you go and prospect and recruit and, share the opportunity, remember I said follow-up doesn't start when you're following up, starts when you're sharing. When you're thinking that I'm going to share this opportunity with this person because this person can't be able to pay school fees for their kids in an easy way. I'm going to share this opportunity because I want to travel with these people. I'm going to share this opportunity with this person because I'm looking at how, when, and what they can be able to do when they're making an extra 10,000, 20,000. They're making that 2,500 US dollars a month. When you're thinking about what they can be able to achieve, then trust me, guys, you will go live as many times as possible, share your story, encourage people to start this business. You will talk to everybody that you're meeting. You will not keep quiet. So you are a destined helper. The question is, how many people are you going to help? How many people are you going to help them pay debts that they are in? How many people are you going to help them, provide better for their families? How many women are you going to help? How many single moms that right now are struggling with their kids, that they don't know what to do because it's just not enough and the struggles is just too much and they're going through a lot and they're alone? How many people? Guys, think of yourself like that. And everybody that comes across your head, share with them, because guys, you have seen that Forever has done so much for so many people. And so you should never also sound desperate. This thing of saying, join in, I'm gonna pay for you. I've done that before and I know it doesn't work. People are actually seducing other people's prospects, and then they pay for them. And then once they pay for them, those prospects don't even do nothing. You know why? Because you sounded desperate. In that particular time, they thought they want the opportunity, but in actual sense, you've already shown that you're desperate. And so they will be feeling that they're doing it for you. And that is why, why should you pay for someone to join the business they really want? For me, guys, I don't do 6,800. I don't do that for anybody. You know why? Because they will never be serious. What I do, if I know that someone really needs the opportunity, but they don't have the money, and I want them to start with the combo, I'll ask them, how much do you have? If they don't have anything, I'll tell them, you know what? I think you can, what you can do is, I will keep on sharing the opportunity. I'll keep on sharing the information, but I think you need to find a way for you to get a certain, for me, it's 5,000, not less. I don't do less than that, guys. You understand? Like seriously, unless, I don't know, unless I've really analyzed that situation. But don't do this. Don't sound desperate. Sounding desperate is something like, you know what, are you joining? When are you joining? Those questions. When are you joining? Sounding desperate is also inviting. Every meeting you are inviting them. Don't. Someone has not replied to any of your messages and you're still inviting them. I won't. You shouldn't. What you can do is, after you've seen that you've done that a lot, you can make a call. And when you're making, or you can even text them, hi, how are you? I know we talked about the business. You sounded a bit, interested, but then I've been sharing with you the more information, but you have not been replying. I just wanted to know, are you okay? Is everything okay? One is need to know that, because you might be assuming that someone is not serious, but maybe they have a funeral. Maybe they're sick. Maybe they are, they've been terminated from their jobs. So they're having, so sometimes we assume the worst because of what we want, but then we don't really know, or we don't want to know that other people go through a lot in life as well. And so even in our business, in your team, there are people that are quiet, you don't know what is happening. So the very first question is, hi, how are you? How are you doing? How have you been? That should be the very first question. Remember, you need to care. So don't assume that, oh, this one is separate. This one is quiet. She's blue ticking me. This day she's not picking up my calls. Maybe they're going through a lot. So don't sound desperate. One is, hi, how are you? I know I've shared, we talked about the business. You sounded excited, and I've been sharing with you information where you can be able to get more information, or sharing with you Zoom links, or, but you've not been responding. What is it? Are you okay? Is everything okay? Okay. If they don't reply, you can call. If they don't pick up, you can be like, send them a message and be like, I'm going to check up on you in the next 2 months. I'm going to check up for you on you. In the next 1 month, and find different ways to communicate. If you're communicating on WhatsApp and they're not responding, and their link on Instagram, go to Instagram. If they keep on seeing and they're not saying anything, then the last thing will be like, I think you're not ready. Okay. I think you're not ready. And that's okay. And that's very, very okay. However, keep following up on what I share. On my status and all that. Probably there'll be something that will trigger you. And when you're ready, you can let me know. Otherwise, tell them again when you're gonna be we're gonna be checking up on them. So otherwise, I'm gonna check up on you in the next 1 month. You understand? That's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it, because they shouldn't know that you are desperate, because you're not. But the only way for you to not be desperate, I see people, they're like, I know people, there's these 3 people, they keep talking about the same 3 people for the last 3 months. That is because you don't have numbers. If you don't have numbers, if you only have 3 people that you've spoken to, guys, you will always be desperate. You'll always go back to the same people when you're saying go follow up. But you should make sure that you're having a bigger pipeline. Pipeline is the pipeline is the list of people that you've spoken to, okay? And they've said yes. And this list, they have already attended a full Zoom presentation, because sometimes you're inviting people for Zoom and they don't attend. Or they join in, you've seen them, they've joined, and then they left the meeting. You don't even know that they left it, but you're assuming that they joined the meeting. When we say you're putting someone on a pipeline list, it means they have attended the Zoom meeting, all of it. Or if they have watched the video, they have watched all of it, and you know that they've watched. Or you have met them in person, if you've presented to them. Or we have done, like full information. That is when you're putting them on the pipeline. And this pipeline has to have at least 20 people, guys. Now, the numbers are, you speak to 10 people. You make 10 calls. You are sure of having 3 to 5 people showing up. Of the 3 to 5 people, another 10, when they get to 10, then that is when one person can join the business. You understand? That's the numbers. Those are the numbers. Okay. And one more thing when it comes to follow-up. Remember I said follow-up doesn't start when you're following up. Starts when you are showing. All right. Also, people, when you present to someone, some people will keep on following up, looking at your statuses. They will be coming to your social media. They'll be following up. They might not say anything, but they will be looking at these things. They'll be looking at the support that you're giving. So you can be new and you have had people that you have shared the opportunity with, maybe through your sponsor, maybe you have invited them, you've shared the Zoom and all that, even if you're not personally representing to them. One thing they need to know is that if they're going to join you, then they're going to get the support. So of what you're going to be sharing on your statuses, and you need to show up on your statuses, okay? You need to show up on your social media, guys. You need to show up on your Insta stories, Facebook stories with consistency. Be sharing. When you see, that's why I find stories, we post them there. Managers find stories somewhere, we post them there. That is what you need to be sharing. You understand? They need to know if they're going to join you, one is they're going to grow. Okay, they need to know when they're going to join your team, they're going to get the support. So sometimes the stories that are going to be shared in the group, or when you share, and when you follow people on social media, or you follow me on social media, I'm sharing the stories of people. They might not be your stories, but you still need to share them. Guys, I share stories of everyone personally, even on my social media. I share stories even of the people that are not in my team. You know why? Because people need to know that they will be successful as well. So, and how can a person be successful? Support. When it comes to support, also what you share on the support is, when you're doing a one-to-one, post it. I've done a one-to-one. When you are doing a Zoom meeting, showing the activities, guys. People don't want just to see success. People want to see that you're putting in the work. So when you're doing meetings, do it, share it everywhere, guys. That's the support you're talking about. And that is why I'm saying, also, sometime put the hashtag Team Unstoppable Global for people to come to the Team Unstoppable Global and know that when I'm asking you, it's not because I'm promoting because it's my team. Everybody, guys, you're part of that team. You know, so when I'm saying put Team Unstoppable Global, it's not because I want you to promote Team Unstoppable Global, but the reason is I want people to know that whoever that they're part of Team Unstoppable, they are safe to join under. That's the idea. And that is why I'm thriving into making sure that I'm building the Team Unstoppable Global as a brand. And we should do that together. We should do that together. People, when my goal is that when someone is thinking of forever, they should be thinking of Team Unstoppable. When they're thinking of the support, which team that I can get the support, they should think of Team Unstoppable. Which team, if I want to join, I will grow. Team Unstoppable. Guys, put that hashtag, Team Unstoppable Global. And then be directing people on that Team Unstoppable Global hashtag. Then they can get to see what is happening there, guys. I'm finishing up now. Now, immediately when you are done with your meeting, immediately when we are done with the Zoom and you have invited someone in the Zoom meeting, immediately when you are done with a product launch, immediately when you are done, first question you need to ask your prospect is that magic question. I call it a magic question. What did you like most from what you have heard and seen? Guys, and you wait for reply, you don't say nothing after. You understand? Immediately, the question that you need to ask is, what did you like most? The reason why you're asking this question is because you don't, because the next question, other question that people ask is that, what is, the question that most people are like asking is, I've even forgotten because I don't even use it. People ask is, oh, what, no, I don't even know what people ask. Anyways, you know, but the question is the right question. What did you like most? When you're doing this, it means you are directing them into thinking the positive. Okay, to thinking the positive. What did you like? Hey, yes, people ask, what do you think? Yes, people ask, what do you think? I've even forgotten. I don't even know. You know, people ask, so what do you think? When you ask your prospect, what do you think? That means your prospect is thinking of all the negativity, the reason why they shouldn't, the reason their weaknesses, you know, that is what you're asking them. But then if you ask them, what did you like? What did you like? It means you ask them, they're thinking positive now. Yo, I like the traveling. I like the fact that people are paying off their school fees for their kids. I like the fact that people are leveling up. I like the fact, that's the right question, okay? That's the first question. And you need to ask that, I said immediately, guys. So when we do a one-to-one, when you have done a Zoom, immediately after the Zoom is done, go to your prospects, write a list of people that have attended and ask them this question. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it after 2 days, immediately. And then you need to know, are there an absolute? Absolute is yes, I'm ready to start now. B is okay, I like it. You know, I've like 1, 2, 3, 4, but I've got a few questions. Reply to the questions. Or C, I'm not interested. If they're not interested, then it means they can either buy the products or you can ask for referrals. Okay, so okay, okay, maybe it's not for you and I understand, but are you open? So for the B and the C, the next question for me to be like, so are you open for me to be sharing more information so that you can be able to get to understand, because I know that this one meeting might not be enough. That's the question. I need to know if they're allowing me to share with them more links to attend more meetings. I need to know if they're allowing me to share more videos, because you don't want to just be in their inboxes and they're not interested. They're going to block you. So you need to know if they're interested into getting more information. I hope I'm giving you value, guys. Okay. But on top of that, you need to go back to, if they're B or C, you need to go back into using the products. You know, share with them 2 or 3 products that you know they can be good for them. And they should know that they need to use the products for their own health. Okay. And then the last question that you're asking after this question, after knowing, especially when they are an A or B, the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to start the business now? Okay. That is the question. 1 is, what did you like most from what you've heard and what you've seen? You need to know if they're an absolute or they're B, they've got questions, or they're C, they're see you later, I'm not interested. And then the next question for B and A and B is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to starting the business now? You need to know, 1 being not now, but if they're A, then obviously it's not going to be a 1, okay? But 10 being, I am ready to start now. Now, after this, after they have said, then you need to know, if they're saying it's a 5, then you need to go back. So, okay, I know you like this and that, but what is that is making you not start today? get to know, okay? Maybe they feel they don't have the money, they don't have the time and all that. But did you get this question, guys? Okay, because after that, then you can be able to use the formula, the success formula, which is this one. Okay, this is the success formula. If they give you a reply, whatever reply that is, you will need to use this formula, which is feel, felt, found. Okay, you will need to use this formula. Most likely you'll need to use this formula. If someone tells you, I don't have money, I'm absolute, I want the business, I like everything about it, but I don't have money. You don't go and say, oh, you know, if the fact that you don't have money, then that means you need to start, because, you know, things don't change. If you say that, it means you have not been vulnerable yourself. You have not been true to yourself, because you yourself, you did not have the money when you wanted to start. You had to go borrow. But if you say now, okay, so now why don't you go borrow? Again, that is too, like, so you mean you're telling me that I need to get off debt, and then now you're telling me to go and get the debt anyways. So if you use feel, felt, found formula, this is going to be very effective, because one is you're going to be vulnerable. Second is you're going to be replying with them with empathy. Empathy is getting to understand. You know, empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So if someone says, I don't have money, you'll be like, you know what? I understand how you feel. Like, yo, I really love the business myself. When I heard about the business, I was like, hey, people are really, really, you know, leveling up, and I wanted to, you know? So I understand how you feel when you want to do something and you feel like you don't have money. But, you know, I also feel the same. Like, I really wanted it. I didn't have the money. I remember that it was beginning of the month, and I'd already spent money in my, now you share a bit of your story. And then, but when I sat down, I came to realize, or I found that, you know, if I don't find the money, then that becomes your story now. I realized that if you don't find the money, you know, or I found out, you know, you can use it or whatever, but found is like you realized, you understand? I realized that if I don't find the money to start, then obviously my life is not going to change. So then I decided to look for the money, and I did not even want to wait end of the month. If you don't want them to wait end of the month, I did not even want to wait end of the month, because I knew that between beginning of the month and end of the month, then, I mean, that's a lot of time that I could be building the business. If that is not your story, then don't share it. But you can say, you know what, let's say you had the money, you know, you can share someone else's story. Like, you know what, I understand how you feel. I mean, most people, when they want to do the business, they're finding themselves not having the money, because of obviously the one reason why someone wanting the business, because the money that they're making is not enough, you know? So, you know, that is how you start. You need to start with, I understand how you feel. You need to put yourself, they need to know that you are understanding them. They need to know that you feel them. They need to understand that you care about their situation. So understand how you feel. Well, I once felt the same. You know, I knew that I don't have time to do this. If someone says they don't have the time, I knew that I don't have the time. So, you know, I felt the same. But then I found that if I don't do something out of my life, I will be working for the next 40 years and with nothing to show for it. And then I thought, you know what, let me just start the business. And right now, I'm happy that I made that decision. Now, back to you. I think you should do the same. I think you should, you know, I think you should do the same. I mean, we don't have time, then now you include her. But when you're sharing something that is not nice, then it has to be your story. I hope I'm communicating, guys. Okay. Now, here is when you are ending the meeting, right? Either you have met them, you know, in one-on-one Zoom meeting, or they have like before this encounter, we call it an encounter. Before, you know, before, after you have done, then they're not joining right then, for example. Unless if they're joining right then this is not needed. But if they're not joining then you need to know when can you call that person. Because if you share this, okay, no, I understand how you feel. I mean, I once felt the same way, and I found that, you know, if I don't find the money, and then you just end it there, and you'll be like, okay, that's fine, you come and join. Then you won't know the right time to call them. So you'll be like, you know what, okay, why don't you take another 1 week? Or maybe one thing that I always tell people is to give themselves the shortest period. So I'm like, you know what, why don't you why don't you go and see what you can do, and as we communicate, but I'm going to call you back in the next 3 days. You need to know, you need to have the authority, and you need to have the, you know, you need to secure that next encounter. You need to know when you're going to call them. If you don't know, then you will not know. You will always wonder, it's the right time. You understand? You'll be like, you know what, I'm going to call you. Why don't we communicate in the next 3 days? And then once you say that, someone will not say, no, don't communicate with me. They'll definitely say yes. So give them the shortest period. For me, 3 days. And then after 3 days, I'll call them. And then another will be 1 week, you know? And then it will be at end of the month if it wasn't end of the month. So every time before you leave your prospect, either of the call or when you met them in person, you will need to know, when are you communicating with them next? It has to be. And when you're calling them, then you'll be like, you know, I remember we had said that we are communicating in the next 3 days. So today is the day. You have to remind them that it is them that said. And even when on social media, if someone came to you and asking for the opportunity, first thing when you're following up, you'll be like, you know, do you remember that you're the one that you came to me and you wanted the opportunity? And I think it wasn't by chance. I mean, I really think that you really thought that this is something for you. And I want to encourage you that it is still the right decision. You will always need to remind them that they're the ones who made the decision, not you. Now, when it comes to follow up, guys, when it comes to follow up, one is, I really need you to use this book. In this book, there is this page, you know, I'm going to share it just in case you don't have it. You will need to print this page, okay? And it has code here, follow up to prospects. So you have to make it intentional. Follow up has to be intentional. Every single day, you will have to have people that you're following up. If you've spoken to someone 3 days ago, they should be in your list today of people that you're going to follow up. You understand? So you prospect, you call them, you share with them. First is you get your new contacts, you prospect them, you share with them, and then you come and follow up. With your team, of course, there's also a space here to follow up on your team, getting to know what your team is doing. So this manual, guys, is what will really help you level up in your business. I assure you, and I'm sure you've seen me sharing and talking about it, not because I want you to, in fact, they're finished. I'm not even selling them anymore, but I will print them. But I will tell you, I'm not doing business with this. I've printed them. Some people have given it. I've not even collected money from them, because for me, it's not even about them. It's not a business for me. It is a tool that has helped me, and I want you to do it for you. On this page, on this book, there's this page also. This is the page that goes directly into your follow-up. This page is it was my biggest struggle. I was struggling with a diary. This is one of the reasons why I came up with this manual. It's because when I was writing on my diary, let's say someone says I'm gonna join on the 15th, I forget. And so I thought on this manual, I should have this page after every month, you know, because every month has got 6 days per week of these pages, and then 4 times. And then after every of that, I have this page. These pages where if someone here has said they're going to join, you're going to write them here. So every single day, you're supposed to be coming to this page and get to see on these dates that they say to follow up. Because remember, I said you need to know when you're following up. You're going to write this date here. Okay. You're going to write their name, their number. Date of encounter is when you have done the one-to-one, they've attended a Zoom here. And then you're going to write here, when did they say you're going to check up on them here. So you will need to be looking at this, and this page has to be full, guys. At any month, this page has to be full. When they join, then you highlight them that they've joined the business. So this is one of the most important pages in that manual. But one thing that is so important, guys, is personal development. What I've just shared with you, as much as taken about 1 hour, it is still not enough for you to get to know everything you need to know. I'm sure you've gotten tips and ideas there, but I will need you to make sure that you're learning this business for yourself. Go right now on YouTube today. Go get a certain video that and write follow-up on social, follow-up on prospect, on network marketing. Write Eric War. Remember I said about Eric War? Write Eric War, and then I've written it there in your chat. Write Eric War and write follow-up. You will get to see videos. Guys, do build the business by learning your business as well. So you learn, you listen, you read, you know, and then you do practice. I've told you about the Phil Felt Pound. Phil Felt Pound needs practice, you know, all these questions that I've said here, all these questions here, you know, that I've said you're supposed to ask them, they need practice. You know, they need practice. Okay. So you will need to keep on doing what you need to do, guys, and learn what you need to learn. The more you learn, the more you understand, and the more you are better. Guys, I'm going to ask us to do this. Okay. I'm going to ask us to embrace this. Okay. This is a new, it's an, how do I say? Every weekend extravaganza, the way I've embraced the word non-negotiable, I want us to have this in your mind every single time. Like, you don't want to allow yourself to have a weekend that is passing and you have no activity. If it's going to be a planning meeting, if it's going to be a group meeting, if it's going to be a product launch, if you're going to travel to another town, if you're going to have a business presentation, if you have not organized it yourself, then there should be other people that have organized it. Be finding out what do other people have organized. But it's important that you also organize one for yourself. You understand? But if you're new, then you need to know that every weekend there are activities going on in your town, who is doing what, and be able to associate with them. So today we are on Tuesday, and we have got a weekend coming up. If you are in this meeting, then I need to ask you to make sure that you are having something going on this weekend that will help you level up on your business. Okay, so have an activity, guys. Product launch, you know, tabletop somewhere, you know, Zoom meeting with your team, and where they can also be able to invite, you know, but mostly let it be physical meetings as well. They're more effective. So guys, are we going to have something this weekend? Because we said practice, we said, you know, we said we are leveling up. If we're going to do that, guys, we have to take every opportunity we can get. So every weekend extravaganza, I need you to have that in your mind every time we're starting a week, for you to know what you're going to do. Now, leadership starts with self-leadership. Question is, are you going to follow up? Are you going to be effective? Are you going to be learning your business? Are you going to go and do what you need to do? Are you going to use that, you know, embrace that non-negotiable word? Are you going to embrace that weekend extravaganza, you know, mindset that every weekend? Are you going to do that? Because I will tell you, what you do is what your team will do. They will not do what you say you're going to do. They will do what exactly you're going to do. And so you need to know exactly what you want. I'm glad some of you here are clear of what you want to achieve. Some of you are saying, Justina is saying, I want to do 62. You're so clear. When you're clear, then let's do the follow-up. Let's do the mapping. Let's see who is going to level up. But on top of that, let's not just set activities. Sorry, let's not just set the CC goals. Let's set the activity goals, guys. I just want to say that I appreciate you guys, and I've got a special announcement. We're going to do what we need to do. And let me tell you, when you do what you need to do, as a team, we are very good when it comes to creating incentive, when it comes to rewarding ourselves. You know, and remember, my mission as a team leader is to have as many people as possible to travel. So even when we are starting the business, like starting over, rebuilding, that is what I've been doing. That is what we've been doing. And now the manager that we have in the team are so very generous, guys. And we have an incentive. Become a manager. The goal is become a supervisor, become a manager. When you become a manager between July and December, you're going to get a free Paris ticket, guys, a free Paris ticket. So we are Unstoppables. The goal is to have at least 50 Unstoppables in Paris, France next year for the global rally that will be happening in France. So you can actually qualify for a free air ticket, guys. You can qualify for a free air ticket. And these are the qualifications. One is you need to become a manager between now, July and December. That is 6 months, guys, 6 months. And then you need to recruit at least 6 new assistant supervisors between July and December. That's an average of 1 person a month. You know, that's too little, because we did not want to make it difficult. But you need to be 4 CC active until March. So meaning every single month, you need to be active. So if you're going to become a manager by December, but you're not becoming 4 CC active this month, then you're not going to get a free ticket. Guys, Paris is not a joke. You know, if your manager is going to pay for your ticket, then you have to comply to this. So you need to do whatever it takes. And then when you become a manager, there are people that are becoming managers this month, next month. The next goal is you need to make sure that you are leadership qualified until March 2025. because we're going traveling in April. So you don't want someone that will just become a manager because, and then they stop doing what they need to do. You need to be leadership qualified. That is minimum of 12 case credits with you and your non-manager between when you become a manager up until March. You will get a free flight ticket to Paris. You'll be joining so many people from around the world. And guys, these global rallies are incredible. They are crazy. They are, like it's just incredible. And of course, it's Paris on top of that. It's Paris. And qualification period is between July and December. Guys, are we going to Paris? Are we going to Europe? And one thing I always tell people is that one thing that I always tell people is that when you go to Europe, we don't just go to one country. Europe is so close. Every country is close to everyone. So we'll go to Paris. We'll go to all other places. Probably we'll go to Italy again. I don't know. But one thing that I need you to do is to pray over your business, guys. Pray for your business. Pray for your, for your own self-discipline. Pray for yourself, to have and to know what you want, and to be able to put in the efforts you're supposed to put in. And then on top of that, pray for your customers, pray for your prospects, pray for your leaders. Please pray for me as well, thinking and, as I strategize, and as we strategize with other leaders, with the managers we have, pray for everybody, pray for the leaders of Team Unstoppable and pray for other members, because, the success of everyone in the team is the success of yours, because you can use those stories and be able to build your own business and recruit someone from another person's story, so let's pray for each other. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do what you say you're going to do. And let me remind you, you are unstoppable. Guys, unstoppable is not just a team name. Unstoppable is a way of living. Unstoppable is never, is not agreeing to quitting. Unstoppable is, making sure that you're creating the momentum that you need, doing what you need to do. That is unstoppable. And we are unstoppable. Thank you so very much. And I wish you all great, great, great success. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm going to share the recording and make sure that your team that have not attended this meeting are actually attending. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much.